Approximately about 3 hours ago, there was a terrorist attack that was conducted in Christchurch, New Zealand. I never thought I'd actually say those words come out of my mouth. 3 gunmen, or terrorists. Let's call them what they are, terrorists. It'd be interesting to see what the news calls this, and I hope they are intellectually honest enough to call it how it is. These men were terrorists. But I'll tell you one thing now. I am not afraid. Neither should any Kiwi be afraid, or any Muslim for that matter. This was targeted towards Muslims, but this is not something that we will allow you to have the satisfaction of. One of the terrorists, whose name will not be mentioned because you will not be remembered, your name will die with you, had a 37-page manifesto, and he had the gall to live stream his murder and terrorism. I hope that he is punished to the full extent of the law. I'm surprised as to how 3 separate attackers could hit 2 mosques, have a car bomb. One of them, the Australian, I can't even get through the airport without being checked for explosives. In fact, I've even had an apology from one of the security guys before, and I'm like, I don't mind. If it saves one life in the next decade, I'm okay with that. But how this guy could get hundreds, if not thousands of rounds of ammunition. The numbers, by the way, are conservative. I've spoken to people on the ground there, and I can tell you now that there's probably 30 plus people that have been killed easily. But again, to the terrorists who did this, you're not going to scare us. This is going to bring, and Christchurch is known for this post-earthquakes, this will bring the community together. This will unite not just the Muslim community, this will unite the community around the Muslims. This will create more understanding, and this will allow, or even cause people that don't necessarily know or understand Muslims to maybe go and talk to one. In fact, I had 12 phone calls. The first person that called me about this, the way I found out, is one of my clients from Christchurch. Called me. I was there yesterday. I was at Hagley Park yesterday. Called me about it and asked me if I was okay. The 12 phone calls that I've had were all non-Muslims. Calls of concern, condolences. So to those 12, I have nothing but love and respect for you. And you don't need to call me to have my love and respect. To those of you who haven't called me, to those of you who are thinking it, I understand that as a Muslim, that I am not looking at this from the perspective of Muslims versus non-Muslims whatsoever. In fact, whenever a terrorist attack does happen, and it's done by a Muslim, right, the London bombings, 9/11, etc., you have people that turn around and go, well, are you going to apologize, for what the London bomber did, what the 9/11 terrorist... No, I'm not. I'm not a terrorist. So why should I apologize for what other terrorists do? Just like I wouldn't now go up to my Caucasian non-Muslim friend and go, man, are you going to apologize for what these guys did? No, because that's stupid. And I hope that we're above that. I also ask my Muslim brothers and sisters to hopefully not deal with this or respond to this from an emotional place. This is a highly emotive event that has caused pain and sorrow, and my heart goes out to you. I'm going to have a difficult time keeping it together because I have kids under the age of 5, and I've read stories where kids have been hurt. But we have to be above our emotions. Islamically, we can't fall to the same level that others have. We can't turn around to every person that's ever criticized Islam before. I know people that are my friends that have criticized Islam and said Muslims are terrorists. We can't. I'm not going to go up to them and say, well, okay, what about this? And what are you going to say? Because it's ignorance. Ignorance breeds ignorance. I believe this will bring all of us closer. Muslims, non-Muslims, Christians, Jews, whatever you want to call it. This will allow us to realize that at the end of the day we're all human and we want the same basic things. And you're not going to make us waver from that path. So much love to my non-Muslim friends who have sent me nothing but care and love. To those of you who think like the terrorists do, honestly, genuinely, go talk to a Muslim. We're contributing members of society. Apparently this guy's 37-page manifesto talks about, how we're leeches, etc. I employ 6 people. I pay more tax than what most people are, and I've grown my company from the ground up on my own, with my wife by my side. So I'm not a legion, I'm not a statistic. I've never been on the benefit. That's not what most Muslims near you are here to do. We're here to be contributing members of society, and we've proven that time and time again. So those of you who are concerned or don't know about Muslims or Islam, go talk to one. And lastly, I want to end by sending my love, condolences, and prayers to every single person that's been affected by this, directly or indirectly. As New Zealanders and as Muslims, we will rise above this and become a stronger community as a result of it. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.